Hi, my name is Katie Helliwell. I am the psychic expert. I've got over 20 years experience working with spirit, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'll be dropping content every single day to this channel. All you need to do is like and subscribe, and also just let me know if what I'm producing for you is actually what you really want to see, or if there's any other content that you've been thinking about and would like to know more insight on. There is nothing I can't explain and give you insight on, so it'll be a pleasure to hear from you. Also, please make sure you follow all my other channels as well, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Facebook business page. If you go into the description on this video, can't get my words out, if you go into the description, you will be able to see the links there to my Facebook group, Talk Spirit to Me. I'm live in there 3 times a week, and it'd be a pleasure to have you. Anyway, enough from me. Enjoy the trainings. So, Essential Spiritual Top Tips by Katie Helliwell, Psychic Medium, and I am the Psychic Expert. So, just to give you some insight for the newbies, I have been working with Spirit for over 20 years. I've been publicly sharing my gift for 5 years on social media. I've been doing live events. I've been in newspapers, magazines. I've been on TV. I work with many celebrities. I have private celebrity clients that I work with. I work with female entrepreneurs as well, supporting them in their business with spiritual practices. I channel guidance for them. I run my own psychic school, and my psychic school is phenomenal. They're amazing. And I activate many, many souls globally all over the world, helping them develop their spiritual abilities. And then some of them come on and work with me. And you'll see them if you want to go meet them. They're in Spirit and You Facebook group, and they host each week their specialities and what they are specialized in spiritually, and they have built successful businesses as individuals themselves. I'm from Birmingham in the UK, and I've got 3 daughters, age 19, 17 and 13, and we've got our little puppy Henry, who's 3. Can't believe Henry's 3. Feels like only yesterday we got him. Henry's 3. Mr. H and me have been married for 17 years this year. Yeah, 17 years. Been together about 21, 22, probably even longer than that. And yeah, he's my love of my life, childhood sweetheart. And we've moved to our dream house. Well, it was our dream house, but I've already expanded. Now I want a different kind of dream house. I want a more rural one. But we've moved to a dream house together, and it's just, life's just been phenomenal. Since I've fully surrendered to Spirit, life has been phenomenal. And this is a person that actually was so scared that spirituality wasn't going to be enough, that my gift wasn't strong enough, that I wasn't strong enough, that I couldn't deal with all the heartache and the emotion that comes with spirituality. And I questioned for so long, guys, that I wouldn't be able to earn a living off this, that I wouldn't be able to actually support my family and be able to pay bills. And now I've earned more than I can ever imagine. So thank you very much for giving me your time here. But I have gone through every type of spiritual journey you can imagine. There is nothing I can't tell you about psychic development and activating your spiritual gifts and putting you in touch with your guides. I am the expert, and I can say that with really strong intention without sounding like I'm big-headed, and real conviction that I am the psychic expert and I can help you. So any questions you have, ask away. This group is a free group. I go live 3 times a week in this group, and I give value like I am tonight. And the dates are always announced and publicly shared in this group. Okay, so you'll be able to get all the details. I do host masterclasses as well. And on the masterclasses, you're given an opportunity to come in and work with me in a paid program. And the paid programs will be explained to you. It's Psychic School, and there's something else coming out that I've never, ever done before. So lots is coming up. There's lots of exciting things, and get yourself in. Just absorb the trainings and learn. And also, if you think anyone that you know would be really happy in this group and would enjoy it, then please add them in. Feel free. Hello, everyone joining. Hello, hello. So on with tonight's training, Essential Spiritual Top Tips. Here we go. Now, this statement, don't all start going, no, it's not, Katie. Connection's not easy, but connection is easy. So many people sit there and go, am I doing it right? I don't know if I'm definitely connected. What if I haven't really met my guides? How would I even know if I've met my guides? I don't really understand. And next week, we're going to be doing a little bit in our lives about the starting of the spiritual journey. So basically psychic development, but very basics. And we're going to do that together next week. So we're going to go through all the different types of connections. And we have touched on this in some of our other trainings. But I want you to know that if you are struggling to connect, and if the methods that you've already been taught aren't working for you, or you are questioning whether they're working for you, or you feel somewhat that you're struggling or trying to seek the answers, then that method is not working for you. And we need to explore different ways. There is hundreds of ways that you can connect to spirit, hundreds. And if you don't explore, you know, the ones that you feel pulled to do, I wouldn't say all of them because you could be there a very long time, but if you don't explore some of them that you feel pulled to do, then you're always going to be kind of trying to make something fit that doesn't quite work for you. So for example, to put it into some context, I've done every kind of exercise you can imagine. I mean, guys, honestly, I've done everything. I've been weightlifting. I've done everything. I've done spin classes, aerobics, yoga. I've done all of them, everything. And it's only now that I've found something I actually really enjoy. And that's been for years and years. I've only just found something that I'm actually look forward to going to the gym. I look forward to going to the gym now because I've got my own little thing going on and I'm connected to it. So sometimes it takes a while to go through all the different ways before you find your thing, and you find your thing that works for you. So the way to know it is, it should be easy. I can connect to spirit in 5 minutes, 5 minutes flat, and my guides are there. And it shouldn't be any more difficult than that. So if you are struggling with it, then the method you're trying is not working for you, and we do need to explore other methods. And that's it, and that's okay. Number 2, you haven't lost your gift. Okay, so when you start to develop your spiritual gift and you start developing your spiritual abilities, a lot of things will go quiet. And what I mean by a lot of things is your oddities that you've experienced, the signs and the feeling that spirit are near you and spirit are around you. A lot of it will start to feel as if it's not quite there anymore. And it'll feel like, well, I feel very lonely, almost like an eerie silence. And I want you to know that it's okay to have that silence. You haven't lost your gift. The amount of people that have meltdowns in psychic school over this, and you know, halfly I'll go, yeah, and I just like, you know, sort of half laugh, and they're like, it's not funny, Katie, I've lost my spiritual gift. I'm like, you haven't lost your spiritual gift. It's normal. And the reason it's gone quiet is because you're starting to put the boundaries in place. You're starting to connect. So if you can imagine a very annoying but very beautiful little toddler tapping at your leg, like mom, or just tapping you if you're not there, mom, just tap, 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 tap. And then you go, yes, what is it? What? And when you acknowledge, the child stops tapping. Does it mean that the child doesn't want to be near you or want to speak with you or liaise with you? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It just means that they don't have to keep tapping because they know that you've acknowledged them. So it's exactly the same with spirituality. You haven't lost your gift in any way, shape or form. It's just that things are now moving to another level and you're gaining a perspective, and spirit know that you've made that communication. And to be honest with you, your guides are probably sat there going, thank the Lord, thank the Lord. They've finally seen that we're trying to do this. We're trying to get in contact with them. And they will be so happy about that. So they can actually have a moment to breathe. They've probably gone so long without this, and they can actually breathe now, which is amazing. So just remember that you haven't lost your gift. You will appreciate life. Oh my gosh, guys, you will feel so connected to Earth, the world, nature, and people more than ever. Like, my appreciation for life is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So obviously in my line of work, and I appreciate a lot of you won't be this way, you won't necessarily be reading every day, you won't be meeting new people every day and connecting to their energy, because some of you and a vast majority of people go through psychic development because they want to connect to their guides and they want to understand what the communication is, so they get guided in life for themselves. And this makes me so happy, because you should be putting yourself first. You should be thinking about your needs. because when you're good and when you're connected and you're balanced, everyone around you benefits, everyone. So the old misconception that it's selfish to put yourself first is such a load of toffee boo, I won't swear, toffee boo, and it's true. You don't need to be that way. You don't have to think like that. You being the best version of you and the most connected, the most guided, everybody benefits. And as a result, you become more appreciative of life and everything. The small things, the little things mean everything. And what I've learned, I learn a lot from spirit, and I learn a lot from your loved ones on the other side when they communicate to me. And a lot of it really resonates with me. And I have to kind of sometimes stop and just take a breath, because I'm like, oh my God, yeah, of course. What on earth? What on earth was I worrying about? Like, that's what life's about. Like the moments where, you know, when you just hug someone you love, you just hug someone, you could be standing there and maybe you're doing a big dinner in the kitchen or something, and everyone's all together and you're having one of those little family parties or something, and you give someone a quick hug and you go, oh, how are you? And then you don't think anything of it, do you? You go and get your dinner and you sit down, you eat your dinner, and then everyone goes home. But those moments are the things that stay with you. That's what you miss the most. You don't miss the washing piled up and whether you've paid your bills, and I know you should pay bills, but you know what I mean? You don't miss all of that. You miss what they sound like, their touch, their hug. So even when people know that they're there with them and they're walking beside them and they're still coming to them in dreams and they're still next to them, they can't physically touch them and have that conversation and without sounding like a creep, smell them and hear their voice. It's like you have this appreciation for people. Like I find myself at parties now just staring. I look like the weirdo because I'm like this, staring and just watching everybody enjoying themselves, and I'm like banking the moments. And you can't help be that way because of my line of work. And most people that work either in nursing or caring, you'll know exactly what I mean. You have an appreciation for life on a totally different level. And nature, oh my gosh, nature, everything could be like you've just seen it again through a different lens. You could have been walking down your road for the past 20 years and never noticed like the most beautiful tree right in front of you, and it's been there, and you're like, has that tree always been there? Is it always been there? It's like you wake up and you see the world in a totally different way. I can't even begin to share this with you. And you know, with exercise and stuff, I know I'm going on about exercise, but it's my new thing. Like exercise, it's an appreciation. I have to tell myself sometimes, because you know, we wake up and we're tired and we're grumpy, we don't want to go to the gym, it's dark. But when we wake up, and I think it's a privilege to be able to use my body, to be able to walk, to be able to lift, to be able to bend. I'm appreciative that I've got a body that I can actually move, and a body that will actually lift weights and do stuff. So you will feel so connected, more than you could ever imagine. And I feel like I have to give you a warning of this. This is why I put it in the top tips, because you will wonder what on earth's happened to you, because you'll be like, why am I appreciating driving in a car and driving past trees? Like, what is going on with me? And it's because you're opening up, you're seeing the world in a whole different level. You'll be wanting to hug your family more, cuddle them, and tell those that you love them more than ever. And they'll be like, are you all right? It's like, yes, I'm fine. I just got an appreciation for life, because that's what spirituality does. It gives you so much joy in every aspect of around you that you've currently got, where you can't actually see the joy. So something where you felt you were stuck before, it's all of a sudden like you're totally unstuck. It's bizarre and it's wonderful, and you're going to love it. Okay. If you struggle to disconnect, now a lot of you are struggling to disconnect, lots of you do. And the reason for that can be a couple of things. But the main one is, and I just want to say this, and I say it with love, is that a lot of people don't want to disconnect. So you could be in this group because you've experienced so many different spiritual oddities, and they are normal to you. You've got used to it. You're happy in a way. Maybe you're not happy. You're probably like, no, Katie, I'm not happy. I'm not happy about it. Don't know what it is. I want to understand it. And no, I'm not happy about it. But you've got used to it. You've got used to having those spiritual oddities. So when everything goes quiet, or when everything goes peaceful, maybe not quiet, peaceful, it's almost like, I don't know what to do with myself, because you've got so used to having that spiritual oddity happen. And it's partly who you are. And you guys have walked around all your lives with activated gifts, every single one of you. You've walked around, you've been living day to day with an activated spiritual gift. And until possibly you met me, maybe not, you're probably thinking, well, why do I need to change anything? But the reason you need to change and actually understand your gift and disconnect from it and tune into your guides is to live your life in a way that you've never lived your life before. You've obviously had, and I say obviously because everyone has, this urge to serve people and look after people and nurture people. And it's because you're spiritually connected. You're spiritually ready to serve and help people, but you can't do that unless you're good yourself and your highest version of you. So there's part of you, if you're struggling to switch off and you tell me that I can't meditate, I can't quieten down my mind, I can't do this, I can't tell spirit no, I tell them my boundaries and they're still there, then there's a part of you, I'm sorry, that doesn't want to quieten down the mind. Either you're fearful of what you'll remember, you're fearful of the peace and the quiet, or you're actually scared of not having the thought of your guides just being there. But when you disconnect from spirit, you're not switching off them. You're not saying, see you later, spirit, up you go, ta-ra, bye-bye. You're not doing anything like that. What you're doing is simply saying, I'm busy at the moment, I'm living my human life, you just stand here. And that's why I went through disconnection with you last night so intently and step by step, because I want you to understand how important it is and understand that you won't be putting up resistance. And if you keep putting up the resistance, then you're only going to feel a tiny fraction of how beautiful this gift is. And you're not going to want to continue. You're not going to want to deeply connect even more and change your life the way that you can change it, because it'll almost feel like, well, it doesn't quite work, but it does work. It does work. It's amazing. But you've got to be able to allow yourself to quieten down that mind. It's really important. Right, this is the best one. You are in control. For 15 years, guys, I thought spirit were in control. I used to sit there and go, whatever they need me to do, spirit are first, my ears are going, buzz, buzz, buzz. Spirit need me, better go and listen to them, better do everything. I was like, spirit's bitch, I really was. I used to do anything. Like, I might as well have just walked around and got, I'm going a bit far with this actually, but it's Friday night, but I won't say the next word. But I might as well have been that person that just gets whacked by spirit, if you can imagine. So you are in control of your gift. And when I had this understanding, when I had this breakthrough, I was like, oh dear Lord, what have I been doing for all those years? What have I been doing? It's like, I've just been walking around, just being bossed about. And there's nowhere, guys, there's nowhere that anyone likes to be bossed about, do they? You like to be heard, you like to be understood, and you like people to allow you space to talk and be you. So that's you having control. So why do we think that we just give everything over to spirit? You know, one of my one-to-one clients, she was like, yeah, so spirit haven't told me what to do this week. I haven't had anything. And I'm like, what do you mean spirit haven't told you what to do? And she was like, yeah, they haven't told me what to do this week. So I've kind of just been doing a bit of journaling and this, that, and the other. And I said, what? I was like, spirit don't do that. Like, you're in control of your gift. So spirit guide you, but they can only guide you if you've launched a desire. So my point here is, you're in control right now. You're in control of your gift, your abilities. So what is it you're looking for from them? You know, think about it now, and you can type in the comments if you want. What actually is it that you're looking for in your gift? Is it for peace? Is it for support? Is it guidance? What is it that you're looking for? Because you are in control of it. You're in control of how your gift evolves. You're in control of it all. So allow yourself that space. Allow yourself to be seen. Allow yourself to be heard. Allow yourself to take the reins. Take the reins, because they will then guide you even clearer, even better, and you're going to get the utmost out of your relationship with them. Okay. Guidance and support, Louise says. Yes, Louise, amazing. Guidance and support. So if you want guidance and support from your guides, in what? What do you want guidance and support on? You're in control of it. So where is it you need guidance and support? And what does support look like to you? What does guidance look like to you? Specify, tell them, go deeper. Julia says, I want to hear and speak to spirit. Well, you can speak to them now. You can speak to them right this very second. Any point of your life, you can speak with spirit. If you want to hear them, you don't get to make that choice. You get to understand what sense you've currently got open and how you receive them, and then you utilize that channel. This is what happens. This is your gateway. And then when you utilize your gateway and you bring that forward and you allow that channel to be muscled and practiced and well coerced, then the other channels open up. But you can't just say, I want to hear. It doesn't work that way. Maybe you're not ready to hear. Maybe that's not the way that they want to communicate with you. Maybe that's not the best option for you. So don't hold yourself back when you've got an area where you are open and you are receiving and you're disregarding it. It won't work for you. So it will just delay everything. Okay. So what will happen? So I feel like you need to be aware of this. What will happen to you when you start your development process and you start connecting with your guides? You will need to drink more water. This is a fact, guys, because I get through bottles and bottles and bottles of water. You will be so thirsty, it's ridiculous. You'll see me swigging on water all the time, and old cups of tea or whatever it is I'm drinking, herbal tea. You will drink more water. You'll be so thirsty, and it's because your body is cleansing. So your body has to be as clear as possible to allow yourself to receive from spirit. So I would say the past 18 months, my spiritual connection's gone even deeper than ever before. And I've actually been able to tolerate alcohol a lot less now, like a hell of a lot less. I can barely drink. It gives me like the worst headaches and the worst, I just feel awful. It's like my whole body rejects it. And it's actually when I drink it, it's making me feel like I want to just bring it back up again straight away. So you will be called to have more water. And you will want to be in nature. Like I have to be out in nature. I walk every single day in nature. That's probably a bit excessive for most people. But don't forget, guys, I work with spirit all day. I'm reading all day. I've got clients all day. So all day, every day. So I need to have those grounding moments and I need to have that peace to recharge. So you will want to be in nature. You will love deep conversations. Oh, I love it. I went to a charity event a few weeks ago and I sat with this person who was lovely, this guy who was so nice. And we had the most deep, in-depth conversation. And we were sat there and he said, I've never had a conversation like this before for a long time. And I said, I know. I said, it's amazing, isn't it? I said, what are your thoughts on this? And we were like deep in conversation. And Mr. H tapped me. He was like, are you okay? You've been there for hours. And I was like, yes, we're fine. We're just having a good conversation. And it's wonderful, like having those deep conversations with people. So next time you meet someone, and don't just ask the general questions, go deep, get to know someone. Like it's fascinating to speak to people and understand them and to give them that space and time to express themselves. It's amazing. You will heal so deeply. You will heal so deeply. You will find we're onions. I hate comparing us humans to onions, but we are. So underneath you, there's layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. And there's things you'll remember, there's things you won't remember. There's things that you'll feel like, oh, okay, I'm responding really oddly to that. Maybe I need to look at that. Maybe that's something I need to heal, something I need to work through. You will heal so deeply. And the more you heal, the better you're going to feel. You're going to feel like you're like this open, like beacon of light. It's going to be bizarre. You'll just feel almost like, oh my gosh. And you'll walk in a room, and because you're so healed and because you're so empowered, everyone will be like, what is she doing? Or what's he doing? Or whatever your pronoun is, you know, what are they up to? And how do they look like that? Or how do they radiate their energy? And it's not how you look, it's how your energy speaks. So you will heal so deeply. You will become energized. Do you know the amount of people that say to me, I don't know how you do your life. I don't know how you live your life. And I'm like, what are you on about? They're like, you do so much, And I'm like, okay, well, I'm energized, got spiritual energy. And they're like, but you do so much. It's crazy. But the reason for that is because I'm energized through my gift. My gift energizes me and it will energize you. And as a result of that, you'll become more powerful. Now, I don't mean powerful because I think power can sometimes be used in a negative way. And I think it can also be used in a massively strong way as well. And what I've noticed is that the heart-led, powerful individuals that are here to make a change in the world spend a vast majority of their lives questioning whether they're actually even able to do that, or if they're good enough. And then the power of the not so happy intention, good intention people, they don't question that, and they just have it instantly because they don't have those procrastinations and those worries and those blockages. They just kind of just make whatever happen. But you will become powerful because you'll have the power of spirit within you, which I know sounds really weird and possibly slightly creepy, but it's like nothing you've ever experienced. You'll have this inner confidence, this, because you come with such a good heart, and because you work on you and you make yourself as pure as possible, you will become this powerful energy, and people will feel it. They'll feel your love, they'll resonate with you, they'll feel your passion, they'll feel that you want good things to happen in this world, they'll feel that your intentions are pure, and you will become very powerful in a good way, and you'll be ready for it. Don't think, oh God, I'm not ready for all this, Katie. What on earth are you on about? You will be ready for it. Your manifestations will be super fast. Who manifests? Who loves law of attraction? Who loves it? Let me know who loves it. But I love manifesting. I love manifestation. I didn't know what it was 5 years ago. Never understood it. Never even heard of it. But it's amazing. And when you're working with spirit, it boosts your manifesting so quickly. Like everyone that's been in law of attraction or manifesting or ever read a book on it, the minute they start psychic development and spiritual connection, their manifestations go, and they're like, how did I not know this? How did I not know that spirit are the missing catalyst to this? And I'm like, oh, okay, I thought everyone knew that. And they're like, no, we didn't know. So your manifestations will be so fast, so fast. And the reason for that is because you've done all of the above. You've connected, you've healed, you've allowed, you've understood, you put yourself forward. You change every aspect of you, so you grow in every which way. How exciting is this? Has anyone experienced any of this so far? Yes, fasting helps to connect stronger during meditation. Yeah, I meant to say about food. Thank you for that, Amanda. Yeah, so food is eating clean as well. Like the more I ate last week, this is like not clean at all. I went to a restaurant with Mr. H and our youngest daughter, and I ordered something like, I think it was like the prawns. What was it? Was it prawns? Might have been risotto. Anyway, I ordered something like prawns risotto. So something very, very healthy. It was like steamed fish and vegetables and stuff. And I sat there, and the waiter went. So Mr. H said, "What's wrong?" And I went, oh, I really don't want prawns and steamed veg. And he's like, well, why did you order it? And I was like, I don't know. I just felt like I should eat it. But then I really, really want fish and chips. And because I'm gluten intolerant, so I'm gluten allergy, I'm celiac. And I was like, oh, do I really want? And so he said, just go and get the fish and chips. If you can have them, they're gluten free, go and order them, because you're going to drive me mad. And he was right. I would have gone mad. I would have sulked about it all night because I'd be like, I want the fish and chips. So I ran over to the waiter and I said, can I have gluten-free fish and chips instead? And he's like, yeah, of course. Anyway, so that's not clean eating. So I was thinking, well, that's not very clean, but oh well. It came, and because I hadn't eaten anything like that for a while, instantly the oil on my stomach, I was in terrible pain because it was so greasy. So it made me feel really, it's not that did anything to my connection, but it made me feel really lethargic and really like that, like really, ugh. And I did feel really queasy after. So it took till the next day for me to feel like, oh God, actually, yeah, never going to eat that fish again. Like fried fish makes me feel sick. So clean eating is really important. The cleaner you are and the fresher food you have and the more water you drink, of course, your body is a vessel. The stronger your body is, the stronger your energy is, the stronger your mind. These spiritual connections just amplified. So you'll be pulled to eat clean all the time. And you won't understand why. Everyone will be thinking, what, are they just going on some kind of health kick? And it's just who you'll become. It's who you are. Okay. So here are the tips that I feel that are really important for you to be aware of right now. Okay. So this is something that can creep up on us, our energy levels and what's going on with us. Because if you ever had the moment where you just kind of, you've seen somebody just snap like that and you're just like, where did that come from? Oh, 1 minute they were okay, the next minute they've just snapped at me. It's really bizarre. Well, that's because they've not been aware of their energy. So their energy would have been off that day. Their energy would have been building up. That snap moment didn't just happen, it's been building. So you need to be aware of your energy throughout the day. And what I do is, I'm hiccuping, sorry. I go into my energy multiple times a day. And what I do is I ask myself what's going on. So I'll say, how are you feeling today? What are you feeling now? What do you need right now? Where do you need to be right now? What is it that you like? So I'm always asking myself, like yesterday I was like, what do I need? And I was like, I need a salt bath tonight. So I went and had a salt bath, and oh my God, I felt amazing afterwards. It was beautiful. So be aware throughout the day what you actually need and what your body's telling you need, because it's doing it for a reason. So many people won't ask themselves or check in on themselves and ask what they need. But if you do that, you will enhance your spiritual connection so quickly. I want you to pay attention to the spiritual work you love to do. So when you're actually opening up, are you enjoying it? Or are you thinking, oh, I'm only doing it to get the result? Like, pay attention if you're enjoying it, or whether you're enjoying receiving the signs from spirit. Which sign do you enjoy receiving the most? Like, I love feathers. And I asked Spirit today, I said, can you send me a feather? Because I haven't had one for ages. Now, I asked him a question. I said, and I just want to know you've heard me, and that, yeah, you know, it's going to happen and stuff. So send me a feather. And then a feather floated down in front of my car. And I was like, oh, feather, thank you. I love the floaty ones, but there's no birds, no explanation. Just this feather just floats in front of my car. And then I was like, oh, send me the number. I think I asked for the number like 55. And then it came, and I was like, oh, but it's someone's number plate. And then when I went to a till, it was 55. And I was like, oh, 55, thank you. So then I knew. And then I got a rainbow, and it was like they were throwing everything at me. So make sure you pay attention to what you actually enjoy. So I enjoy receiving signs. I enjoy reading for people. I enjoy connecting to spirit. I enjoy passing on the messages to you guys. I don't think there's anything I don't enjoy, actually. Possibly the ears buzzing and ringing. That just gets my nerves a little bit, because it's like it annoys you. And the sleep paralysis, that's horrible. But things like that, the rest of it I love spiritual work. So pay attention to what you enjoy and thrive on that. Step into that energy and use that as propeller to get to your next level quicker. So use it as like a boost button, as an activator for you. And allow yourself every day to step into your desires. Because if you're asking for guidance for you, and you're wanting support, and you're wanting to know that you're on the right path, well, you've got to know what you're actually desiring. And so many people don't know what they desire. I never used to set any desires. I never used to think about it. I used to be like, well, I'll see where the world takes me. The world's my oyster. I'll just see what happens. But actually, why wouldn't I do that? And the truth was, I wasn't setting the desires because I thought if they don't come to fruition, I'm just going to be really disappointed, and then I'm going to feel really sad, and then that energy is not a good energy. But allow yourself to step into desires every day, because your guides need to know what lights you up as a human. You're here as a spiritual soul, and your soul will live on and go on into the next life and this, that, and the other. But your human body is here for an experience as well. So you're here to have a human experience. So if you're not making desires about what you like as a human, then how can you actually be guided and supported to achieve that? So you might need to get to know yourself a little bit more. What do you like? Who are you? What do you like to read? What do you actually like to do? How do you like to spend your time? You need to set these desires and allow yourself that space. And when you are opening up to spirit and you're asking for support, you can ask for guidance to help these desires come to fruition. And then you've got a plan, then you've got an idea. So then, of course, you're on the right path, because you're communicating and asking for support and guidance to go to your next level, so you can have your desires come to fruition. So there's no question, are you on the right path? It's there, it's happening. Of course you are, because you're stepping into that desire. Do you get what I mean? And those are my top tips. There is more, but I don't want to bombard you. But that's all I feel that you need to know in this moment right now. And as I said, next week on Thursday, we have got our masterclass. I'm so excited. It is at 7 p.m, guys. Don't turn up at 7:30. I'll get it changed. I'm obviously an idiot. Put the wrong time on. So we will change it to 7 p.m. It is 7 p.m. And I'm so excited to have you all there. I cannot wait. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. If you haven't registered, get yourself on there. You're not going to want to miss this. You're going to be so annoyed with yourself if you haven't registered. And there's no reason not to. Just get yourself registered, because if you can't be live, you get it on replay anyway. So if someone sent me a message saying, I can't work technology, I don't want to be on it. And I said, well, you can just watch on replay. You just click your email and it'll be sent to you. Just click a button in your email and that's it. So that's all you need to do. So just make sure that you do register. Okay, there's going to be prizes, there's gifts in your email. You're just crazy not to. And I love sharing all this insight with you. But in addition to the masterclass, I am going to be teaching next week the psychic beginners. So starting psychic beginners. Who's excited for that? So we're going to start doing actual psychic connection work. Oh, who's excited? It's going to be good. So I'll release the dates possibly on Sunday, on Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day in the UK on Sunday. So I'll be releasing the dates possibly then for you all, and the topics. So there'll only be 2 lives next week and then the masterclass. All right. Oh, thank you so much, guys, for joining. I hope you've enjoyed this. Please make sure you add people to this group. I appreciate everyone that is doing this. Only people obviously that you feel would be like suitable for it and would actually enjoy it, so let me know. And just add them in and I'll approve them in. But thank you so much for your time, for being here. Don't forget to follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, and I'm on Facebook, and I'm on YouTube as well. So make sure you follow me on all the socials. And thank you for being here. I do appreciate you all and your time. It's a commodity we never get back. So thank you for spending yours with me. I love you all. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Mwah.